let this admittedly awesome tune fool you. This game sucks.
I'm not sure I understand what the problem is. Is it the fact that a cool song like this could fool people into thinking the game is good? Because if so, 06's opening cutscene is of a similar vein, and you didn't sin it for that. Plus, I'd hardly call a bad game having a good song a sin.
Did you just do that stupid shit where you start a story with a quote from not only a fictional character, but a fictional character from the story you're about to tell?
So a game making up its own material is stupid? Why?
We're in big trouble, Sonic. I don't know if you heard, but Knuckles has gone missing, and so have the Chaos Emeralds.
Okay, admittedly I have grown a little numb to the Tails voice by now, but it's still awful. And to those of you saying, oh shut up, the Tails voice is hilarious, I have 3 questions for you. What are you smoking? Are you sure you're not wearing earplugs? And how and why do you find it funny?
You can skip the first 2 questions if you like.
A group of criminals called the Marauders took him. Please, Sonic, we need your help.
How did they find out about the name Marauders? I can't imagine that they introduced themselves when they took Knuckles.
Actually, that's not what they're called. They were simply called the Marauders after their kidnapping of Knuckles and stealing the Chaos Emeralds.
Knuckles was fighting against the Marauders when he disappeared. We're not really sure who they are, but they're big trouble.
So, no one was there when it happened? How do you know it happened?
As revealed later, Gun has actually been tracking the Marauders, found out about Knuckles, and reported it to Tails since Knuckles is one of his friends.
Amy Rose is on her way to meet you. Once you find her, meet me at my workshop near Central City.
What's with the formalities? Sonic only knows one Amy. Why use her full name?
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Good times? Like Eggman turning our animal friends into robots and pitting them against us?
Yup. Good times. Damn, Sonic. You're different under BioWare.
Well, Sonic does love adventure and fighting bad guys. Sure, they were in danger, but Sonic was able to save them and have a good time doing it.
That's an armadillo? How did they go from that to this?
Mighty is the only armadillo that's anthropomorphic. There have always been normal animals alongside the Sonic cast, and there's never been a reason why some are anthropomorphic. Not that we need one.
Also, why do we have normal-ass animals in this world, but then we have the absolute freak of nature that is Sonic the Hedgehog?
See my previous points.
Sonic, what happened?
Someone's trying to block my way.
Why would someone do that? I'm getting a bad feeling about this, Sonic.
Don't worry, Tails. I'll find a way through this.
Just jump over it, man. The boxes don't seem that tall, and you can jump pretty high.
I wouldn't trust that, since it's a bit hard to accurately judge distances from an isometric perspective, especially in a game like Sonic Chronicles where the graphics are absolute shit for a DS game.
I'm so glad to see you, Sonic. But not that glad. I do have a boyfriend now, you know. His name is Dexter.
How have you been, Amy?
Oh, I've been just wonderful. Dexter is so sweet. He always buys me flowers, and he's always nice to me, unlike some people I know. Oh yes, my Dexter.
When can I meet this Dexter?
Oh, he doesn't live around here, and he's very busy, you see, so I'm not sure when he could meet you.
Oh, totally. It's like when people say that their wives go to a different school in Canada and live with their boyfriend Ethan.
You obviously know that Amy is bluffing to get Sonic to like her, so I don't really see the problem if that's her plan. Heck, if you play your cards right, you can actually get a romantic conversation with her before the final level, which I actually did get on my playthrough. Best part of the whole game, not gonna lie.
Do you know anything about Knuckles?
Tails says the Marauders got him, but no one knows who they are. I hope he's alright. Without him to protect the Master Emerald, we could all be in danger.
Come on, Amy. How many times has Knuckles been away from the Master Emeralds and everything's been fine?
She's not saying that they will be in danger, she's saying that they could be in danger, which is still a possibility despite the amount of times Knuckles has been away from it.
The picture on the tab tells you what kind of thing you're about to say. Sometimes it's a question, or a statement, or even something a little snarky. I know it's nice to rush to the next thing, but sometimes you'll miss out on some information or story that way. Sometimes it's good to slow down and ask questions or talk to your teammates.
Oh, really? So, what's your favorite color, Tails?
Well... Oh, haha, Sonic! Not that kind of question!
Irrelevant. I asked you a question, I expect a response. The Sonic Wiki will never be complete unless I have this information.
Yeah, no, you're not getting off that easy. I know it's a joke, but not all questions need answers. And if you're still insistent on it, his favorite color is orange. At least regarding the Boom version.
Tails' workshop is in the northeastern area of Central City. Let's go! Just don't get any ideas. I have a boyfriend now, you know.
Yes, you've only mentioned it like 12 times now.
That's her plan. She wants to make Sonic jealous. Sure, she's a bit overboard with it, but during this era, that was Amy for you.
Oh god, oh no, this is not how I wanted the Chao Garden to come back.
Well, in an RPG for the DS, where the Chao are used as stat buffs, this is the best you can do. Besides, it's better than what Advance 3 gave you with just a viewing pleasure. Easy for you to say, you barely used the Chao Garden. Oh please, I didn't barely use it. I didn't use it at all.
Ah yes, my favorite Sonic items. Rings, Chaos Emeralds, and prune juice.
Well, we know for a fact that normal food exists in the Sonic universe, so it's not as out of place as you'd think.
That's far enough, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic! It's a marauder!
Is that what your people are calling us? Quaint.
Wait, so that's not their name. Where did the name come from then?
The word marauder is another word for thief or raider. Given that these guys kidnapped Knuckles and stole the Chaos Emeralds, the name naturally fits.
Where are you keeping Knuckles?
I'm not here to answer your questions. Shade sent me here to stop you.
Who is Shade?
You expect me to tell you that? Now, Sonic. We just met.
Well, you told him about Shade when you had no reason to.
He only mentioned Shade. He didn't, nor is he going to, actually tell Sonic about her.
Central City! We made it!
This is Central City? What, did they never rebuild the city after the Black Arms destroyed everything?
Or, this is just a section of the city. You remember how big Central City was in Shadow, right?
Well, well, well. Sonic the Hedgehog. And better looking than ever, I see. You look like you've been working out.
Leave him alone!
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I flirting with your man? But here I thought you had a boyfriend.
Where would you have heard that? I'm pretty sure the first time Amy mentions it in this game is the first time she said it to anyone.
Well, there has been quite a bit of time since Sonic's return, and if Rouge is in on the secret, then she did mention it to others. That or Rouge was being nosy and overheard it. Wouldn't put it past her.
We don't know where they're keeping him. If we just go out there without a plan, we'll waste whatever time Knuckles might have left. Luckily, we're not in this alone. Gun has some ideas where we might look. We're supposed to go into the city and meet with the Gun Commander and work out a plan.
Why do we need to work with Gun?
As you know, Gun is the Guardian Unit of Nations. They're the military, Sonic. They helped us when we defeated Eggman, and they're willing to help again.
They also locked an innocent Sonic in prison, raided a government-funded space station, killing almost everyone living there, including children, recorded the execution of the world's lead scientist, and that was on their very first appearance.
Yes, but they've changed their ways since then. Don't you remember this scene from the end of Shadow the Hedgehog?
How ironic. After the way we all treated him, he saved us all in the end. We were all wrong about the Professor. Let us pay homage to Professor Gerald. Let's work to ensure peace and prosperity for a brighter future. What do you say, Commander?
Excellent idea, Mr. President.
Wait, the SWAT bot? I thought he looked familiar. Why would you use a SWAT bot from the Saturday morning cartoon as an enemy?
Why not? The SWAT bots are pretty iconic enemies. I don't see why using one is an issue.
I was right. These are Eggman's robots.
Could Eggman be back? Is that possible?
I don't believe it. How could Eggman have survived?
Whoa, what do you mean survive? Did you kill Eggman? Why is this the third game where Eggman is supposed to have died?
The third game? What were the other two? I can only think of the endings in Shadow the Hedgehog where Shadow kills Eggman, but none of those are canon. I don't know what you're referring to.
You know anything about someone named Shade?
This is the first I've heard of this. We'll have Team Chaotix do some digging and see what we can come up with. We're on it!
Wait, the government-funded military hired the private investigation group? You don't have your own Federal Bureau of Investigation?
Why do you keep assuming these things? Obviously, they do have their own investigation team. They just hired Team Chaotix because they're expert detectives and need all the help they can get.
The BioWare community site for Sonic Chronicles offers exclusive downloads, game secrets, and tips. Visit our Sonic Chronicles community site and enter the following code to get a cool surprise. Oh, sick! Well, site's dead.
Not in 2008, it wasn't. Besides, you can't expect a site about Sonic Chronicles to still be alive in 2020.
God damn, I'll have whatever this chow's having. He's vibing like a motherfucker.
Charriii sends something he likes cliche.
Sorry, Sonic. We can't let you through here.
Commander's orders. Okay, but you're in the middle of a road. What if cars want to pass by here?
They'd have to turn around. And what cars? No one other than Sonic goes down here.
Sorry, Sonic. We can't let you through here. It's too dangerous.
Why is it too dangerous?
We have a division there on high alert to defend Angel Island from the Marauders. No one in or out, I'm sorry. The word island in Angel Island is not capitalized, even though it's a proper noun. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Nope, can't let it go. Ding!
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're taking a shot at all of us who say that typos are just nitpicks. I can take it, but it doesn't make you right.
Are we really going to fly in that? It doesn't look safe.
Doesn't Dexter take you flying sometimes?
Oh yes, all the time. His plane is magnificent.
Why would your fictional boyfriend have a plane? Why is that part of his character?
You're aware that Amy is making this up as she goes along, right? Right?
There better be something shiny in this place we're going. Knuckles is cute, but he's not much of a reward.
You think Knuckles is cute?
Boy, you sure are good at detecting sarcasm, aren't you?
Yeah, especially in written form when there's no voice acting. At least add a word in caps or something if she's gonna be sarcastic.
How is it hard to understand that in-universe, Rouge said that in a sarcastic tone and Sonic took it at face value? The no voice acting only applies to us.
Big the cat!
Amy!
Ah! No hugs, Big. Not while you smell like that.
What are you doing here, Big?
I was just fishing in the lake over there, and I thought I heard my friend Amy Rose.
Also, you live here. That could be a reason.
Okay, what's the sin here? You just brought up another reason he could have said when the reason he actually had was as good as any. If your point is that Tails should know where Big lives, I don't think they've ever seen where Big lives. The one time they came close to that was in Sonic Adventure. They were focused on getting the Chaos Emerald from the Crash Tornado.
So I know this is a video game, but where does the rest of the party go when Big walks through the fog, or when any of the characters do any of their abilities that the others can't do for that matter? They're still in the party.
They jump into each other a la Super Mario RPG. You see it every time they complete a puzzle.
I am 2.5 hours into this game, and already it's one of the most frustrating things I've ever had to do. I know that playstyles are unique and subjective, but I also don't think what I'm trying to do is entirely unreasonable. I want to take them out one by one, starting with the Marauders because they're tougher than the robots, so I focus all my characters on one enemy to take them out more quickly. But then they use their phase ability, which means that any attack directed at the particular enemy I target will miss every time. And the robots have an evade ability, which does basically the same thing, so I'm lucky if I can even hit one of these bastards. On top of that, consider that some characters attack multiple times per round, meaning that Sonic, for example, who attacks 3 times per round, will miss all 3 times because I can only choose one target per character per round, except when I'm using a POW move, which would then let me attack different enemies in the same round with a single character. That is only if I do POW moves first, because if I attack an enemy, I have to commit to attacking that enemy however many times as my character attacks per round, which makes combat impossible to strategize, making fights long, drawn out, if not downright annoying.
I agree for all 3. Fighting in this game was so painfully boring that I almost rage quit. Wait, I thought rage quitting only happens out of frustration. Yeah, I was so bored, it was frustrating.
Oh, I fucking wish you could beat enemies that easily in the game.
You know this happens in most RPGs, right? It's just a way to show a character taking down enemies without entering the combat sequence every time.
Do the rest of you feel this way too?
You have been gone a while, Sonic. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? But you came back when we needed you.
What about you, Amy?
I have a boyfriend.
Oh my god, that is so not what he asked.
What Amy is trying to say is that his absence caused her to move on from him. Another play in her Please Like Me Sonic game.
I don't understand. How could Angel Island move away?
How can Angel Island float?
Point taken, Smarty.
I guess this kind of counts as Charriii sending something he agrees with. Also, there is a legitimate reason for Angel Island floating. The Master Emerald.
I can't believe Eggman might really be back. We keep beating him, and he keeps returning. I wonder if it'll ever end.
Don't worry, Amy. We'll be just fine.
I'm not worried. It's just...
What is it?
Well, we always have to go out and fight Eggman. It'd be nice if, we could have time to do other stuff. I could wake up in the morning and worry about normal things. Birds and flowers and...
Worry about normal things? I'm sure you mean focus, right? Can't really say that birds and flowers are normal things to worry about.
She didn't really mean those specific things. Those were just random examples to say that she wants a normal life.
You know I can't let that happen, Sonic. I swore to protect the emeralds with my life.
And you've done a bang-up job, Knuckles. What with people stealing it, you breaking it and abandoning it all the time.
Okay, there are a lot of problems with that. In Sonic 3 and Knuckles, he was tricked by Eggman into letting him take the Master Emerald, which is understandable given it was the first time he encountered Eggman, and in SA1 and Rivals, the Master Emerald shattered/disappeared out of his control. SA2 is the only time Knuckles broke it himself, and it was to prevent Eggman from taking it. While he did abandon it in Heroes, he needed to help Sonic and Tails defend the planet. Even with his shortcomings, Knuckles has always had his duties in mind.
I do have a strange piece of equipment I picked up the other day. Maybe it's messing with your machine there.
What sort of equipment?
Oh, I got it from a salesman a couple days ago. Said his name was Sal, I think. He told me it was a coffee maker, he did, and I love me some coffee. Anyway, after he left, I couldn't get it to work. I traded in my favorite stapler for it, I tell you. I don't know what came over me.
I'll say, you paid for what you thought was a coffee machine with a stapler instead of money like a normal person. And yeah, I know it was a trade, but how do you get a coffee machine for a stapler, even the nicest stapler in the world, and not think you just got scammed?
A love for coffee, like Jacksepticeye.
Get me my stapler and this dratted machine is yours.
Do you guys feel like doing this? If it's a piece of Eggman equipment, it might be worth looking at. Maybe it can help us find him.
This poor man! We have to help him!
This is a waste of time. We can't let that salesman get away with this.
I'd be very grateful for your help, Sonic, but I understand if you can't do it. What do you know about this salesman? Named Sal, I believe. He's a shifty sort, but my old coffee maker went on the fritz, and I was desperate.
Then buy a coffee machine, man. You're a shopkeeper. Or better yet, buy another fucking stapler.
He said it was his favorite stapler. I don't know about you, but if I got scammed after trading one of my favorite objects, I'd want it back too.
Thank you. You saved me.
How does this child look 8 and 30 years old at the same time?
I can sort of see what you're talking about, but he still looks enough like a kid. You really want to see a kid that looks 30? Play Hello Neighbor.
She did? The only time I can really think of them interacting before this game was in Sonic Battle, where, yeah, they fought and bickered, but that was the point of the game. In Shadow the Hedgehog, they say, like, one thing to each other.
Charriii answers himself, cliche.
Ah, Blue Ridge Zone. You know, once you've terrorized an area once or twice, it's just never the same again.
What? We don't know much about this place. We need to be careful.
I've never really been here before. It seems quiet.
We've landed in Station Square. That means that the back door to Metropolis is to the north.
Whoa, wait, hold the f up. You landed in Station Square from Sonic Adventure 1, at least I'm assuming that's the Station Square you're talking about, and Metropolis, which you've clearly been to in order to defeat Eggman, is just to the north of here. If that's so, how can you say you've never been in Blue Ridge Zone before?
Because they simply didn't in Sonic Adventure? I had the list of stages right here, and Blue Ridge Zone is not one of them. The real sin is that this isn't the Station Square we know from Sonic Adventure, as that Station Square was on the coast, while this one is up in the mountains. But then again, Chronicles isn't canon, so...
What happened to Omega? E123 Omega is one of Eggman's most powerful robots. Unlike Eggman's other robots, however, Omega was intelligent. He hated Eggman.
Yes, Shadow, we know who Omega is. I appreciate that unlike Sonic Team nowadays who barely use him, you're willing to remind the audience of who he is, but I doubt anyone's first Sonic game was Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
Awkward.
Come to Klondike? Like, the one in Canada? Is Canada canon in the Sonic universe? Canada. Got him.
I guess so? Still not a problem with the game, though. Also, your sin counter changed early yet again.
Whoa, who are you?
Are you Timmy?
Timmy? No. Oh no, have you been speaking to my father? My name is Timothy. My father's getting on in age. He seems to think I'm still 10 years old. I work down here. I steal cracks and keep animals and stuff out of the well.
Does that mean you want to stay here?
It means I wasn't in any danger. My father's just a kook.
Or he's suffering from dementia, meaning that you really shouldn't leave your father unattended. I can't believe I'm saying this in a Sonic game, but yeah, a kook.
He still needs to do his job, otherwise he can't provide for his father. Or himself, for that matter.
Okay, this is bothering the hell out of me. Did anyone else think the beginning of Blue Ridge Zone's music, which is just a remix of Diamond Dust Zone Act 1 from the Saturn version of Sonic 3D Blast? I really shouldn't know that, but doing these videos is taking me down some weird information rabbit hole. Sounds like the intro to Justin Bieber's Baby.
I would do a comparison, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. I did listen to the song, however, and while I can confirm that it does sound similar, music sounding similar isn't a sin. There are only 12 existing notes after all.
Hey, it's Sonic. I'm glad you came along. Maybe you can help me solve this puzzle. The door is secured with a code lock. You have to enter the right sequence to open it.
Ha! Just as I remembered. The code is... well...
It has been a long time since I used this door. I've been working on this for a while now.
How could you possibly have been working on this puzzle for a while when it was buried under a mountain of snow?
Maybe it wasn't buried in snow before. Eggman did say it's been a long time since he used it, so the guy could have worked on the puzzle when it wasn't buried in snow.
Once we enter these tunnels, we will be in the Metropolis Underground. From there, we mount our assault.
Sounds dangerous.
Sounds stupid.
Sounds like our only way in.
Please, my furry friends, after you.
Huh. That's exactly what I said while holding a door open at the last convention I went to.
A room full of everyone who asked!
Do you know anything about this shade person?
Not much, though. There's an old legend and echidna history about an echidna race called the Nocturnus clan. Long ago, the Nocturnus clan ruled much of the known world, crushing everyone in its path. They were rivaled only by my ancestors, led by their chief, Pachacamac. But at the height of their power, the Nocturnus clan disappeared. The whole civilization.
Now, credit where credit is due. I like the story that BioWare tried to tell here, and it's obvious they did their homework when it came to Sonic lore, the previous game stories and all that, even if they do call Team Rose Team Amy, and even introduce concepts of its own that I think are cool. That being said, how does Knuckles know his ancestry so well? Who passed down all this information to him? His parents? Where are they?
They're dead. How Knuckles knows this info isn't exactly important to the plot, but you can just assume that he either studied the ruins close to the Master Emerald Shrine, or was told this by his parents before they died.
Hubert?
No!
I've been scavenging here in Metropolis since the egg carrier crash, and I've yet to get up on top of that building.
There are deadly robots everywhere. How are you still alive?
Quick wits and dumb luck.
I haven't played Sonic Chronicles since I was a kid, and I remember liking it actually. But I swear to you, this footage perfectly encapsulates my experience playing it again, so much so that even though I've already beaten it, and I'm just looking back at my footage, I'm starting to get a headache again just due to how stupid this is.
Okay, I agreed with you before, but doing it again is really pushing your luck.
Again, you surprise me, my furry friend. Clearly, my genius is rubbing off.
Never use the word surprise, furry, and rubbing off in conjoined sentences ever again.
Context, Charriii.
No, Omega. He's right. Eggman is helping Team Sonic against the Marauders.
As hard as it is to believe.
There is no reason to doubt Shadow or Rouge. There is no reason to trust the rest of these meatbags.
Suddenly Bender from Futurama.
Charriii makes a pop culture reference that isn't a sin of the game cliche.
That's the Master Emerald? It's so tiny. That's a Chaos Emerald at best, or Ring Pop at worst.
1, those subtitles were delayed by 3.5 seconds. And 2, you know the Master Emerald could change size. You admitted it in your Rivals 2 video, which by the way was made before this video.
Suddenly Soundgarden.
Who?
What is Ix up to? Why does he need the emeralds?
Ix hoped to use their power to return our clan to this world. At least, that was what he told us. Now I know he is using my people for his own selfish ends.
Then the legends are true.
It would seem so, although I have never heard them.
Then how do you know what the hell he's talking about?
It's her deduction based on him mentioning the legends after she told everyone about Ix's plan.
What legends?
The Nocturnus clan of echidnas ruled much of the world some 4,000 years ago. They were only rivaled by my ancestors, led by Pachacamac. The Nocturnus clan disappeared not long after Perfect Chaos nearly destroyed my people. We always thought Perfect Chaos destroyed them, too.
Perfect Chaos was Pachacamac's doing. Your clan paid the price for unleashing its anger, but my clan was spared. With our greatest rivals gone, the Nocturnus clan nearly colonized the rest of the world. Then we were exiled to the Twilight Cage.
By whom? If you controlled most of the world and your only rival clan was the Knuckles clan and they were nearly wiped out by perfect chaos, who could have had the power to exile you?
According to Ix himself, some giant monster from the Twilight Cage pulled them in there. Don't know how or why, but that's what beat them.
Wait, Shade is 4,000 years old?
I don't understand why this is a plot point. Why can't Shade be a descendant of the Nocturnus clan instead of being ancient herself?
Because that's a tired old trope that's been wrung out by Zelda and Fire Emblem. Besides, why should she be a descendant instead of being ancient? Why is that better than the actual plot point?
The dimensional buffer is a fine invention. Pity I never had a chance to try it out. At least, not since that one time.
I never did see those pants again.
I would assume you have 1,000 of that same pair of pants.
You really think that's all he wears? Yeah, it's the only outfit we see him in, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have other clothes to wear when not trying to conquer the world.
Everyone, we're leaving right now! Gather your things and get on the ship!
Good luck out there now. Without my genius working for you, you're in for quite a fight.
Wait, Eggman, you're not going?
Oh no. You'll need someone to help you with re-entry when you come back. Interdimensional travel isn't like dusting crops, boy. You'll need someone of supreme intellect to guide you back in.
I'm not sure we should trust him here all alone.
Come now, Sonic. What could I possibly get up to here?
Oh, I don't know. Plot our demise, leave us trapped in the Twilight Cage, take over the world while leaving us there.
And he debunks all of that while you're speaking. The only reason he is able to conquer the world is because Sonic and friends were gone for a very long time.
Sonic, we have a problem! The ship landed all right, but we're completely out of power. And I think the dimensional buffer is shot.
Are you saying we're stranded here?
Well, not exactly. If we can find one of the Chaos Emeralds, we can use it to power the Cyclone.
I just realized they call this proverbial spaceship the Cyclone, but the Cyclone is the Tornado 3, Tails' mech from Sonic Adventure 2.
So what if he gave it the same name as one of his mechs? Anyone can do that, it's not a problem.
Also, you crash landed here. It would be really convenient if there were Chaos Emeralds on this planet.
Actually, Ix took the Chaos Emeralds with him into the Twilight Cage and gave one to each of the 4 tries to protect. Not so convenient after all.
And perhaps you can use my warp belt to put together a new dimensional buffer.
I could at that. And my instruments detect that there might be a Chaos Emerald on this planetoid.
Oh, that's awfully convenient.
Charriii sends the same thing twice, cliche.
Lord Ix must have planted one of the Chaos Emeralds here. Maybe he didn't want to keep them all in one place.
Well, aside from chaos control and piecing back the world together that one time, they've kind of been useless on their own. I don't really see a benefit of having them separated if Ix plans to use their power.
Actually, he wants to use the Master Emerald's power, which is leagues more powerful than all the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Splitting them up prevents the heroes from getting them, at least for a bit.
And if all he needed to return the Nocturnus clan to Sonic's world was the Master Emerald, why take the Chaos Emerald in the first place?
Because he needed to free the rest of his clan. A group was able to use their teleporting technology to get out of the cage and get the Chaos Emeralds to free Ix and the others.
Isn't this that rock monster that got cut from Star Trek V that Galaxy Quest made fun of?
No.
Help us, you against Lord Ix. Mad gone you. Mad gone.
We're here to defeat Ix. If we can help you, maybe Ix will be weaker.
Then speak you with Foreman Crag. Go you now, before change mind I do.
You know, it's only now that I realize that it's very convenient that all the denizens of the Twilight Cage, be they the Kron, the Zoa, the Nergal, the Voxai, hell, even the Nocturnus clan speak basic English.
I'll give you the other tribes, except for the Voxai since they can read minds, but the Nocturnus clan were on Earth 4,000 years ago. I'm pretty sure they know what English is, especially since Pachacamac's tribe did too.
Hey there, Big Blue. Got a moment?
Sure. What's up?
I have a secret, darling, and it's just for you and me. Before we left home, I got a message from Gun. They have a little mission for me out here. They're curious about the Nocturnus and their technology. They want me to bring some back to them.
Why do they want Nocturnus technology?
They saw how easily the Nocturnus took out Knuckles and stole the Chaos Emeralds. They want some of that power for themselves. To defend the world, of course.
Wow, your sin counter sure does like to jump the gun, doesn't it? Also, they've changed their ways, and there's no evidence to say that they would have used the tech for other things, given that this game still hasn't, and likely never will, get a sequel.
Ix gave you a Chaos Emerald?
Chaos Emerald. Gem of power. Yes, Lord Ix is a generous ruler.
Did you know we gave one to the Kron too?
He did. Not a surprise. Lord Ix protects his subjects.
So, what do you want from us?
We do not fear the Zoa. Their energy weapons cannot hurt us. But their secret weapon frightens us. Go, steal the Zoa weapon, and return with it in tow. We will forget that we captured you and give you the Chaos Emerald you so pathetically crave.
For a race so devoted to their master, they sure are willing to just give away a weapon he gracefully gifted to them.
Only if they help them against our enemies. A helpful deed for a helpful prize.
Why don't you send your warriors to do this?
If we sent Nrgal warriors, it would be an act of war. The Zoa would not hesitate to use their weapon against us. Need we remind you, your freedom is at stake.
Not really, considering that you're not sending anyone with us to ensure that we're doing what you want. For all you know, we could go and conspire with the Zoa.
As we see later, the Nrgal made sure that the only place they can go is the Zoa planet by hacking their ship. Besides, it's the only way Sonic and company can get the Chaos Emerald, at least without killing a bunch of Nrgal. And if they refuse, they'll be imprisoned.
So, where to now?
It looks like the Nrgal have locked the Cyclone onto the Zoa colony. I can't change our navigation to anywhere else.
So we're still the prisoners then. Again, not really. You could just land in the Zoa colony and have Tails engineer a way for him to get back in control.
Except Tails might not be able to change the navigation until the deal is done. Plus, they want to remain on the good sides of the Triad so they can band together to take down Ix.
Do you know anything about a secret weapon?
Yes, I think I do. I remember the day it arrived. A large gem, right?
That sounds like a Chaos Emerald!
An engagement ring would sound like a Chaos Emerald to you.
Even though the Zoa clearly said it was a large gem.
Silence.
Who's that?
You have passed your test, scrappy little spies. But I understand you petitioned for the right of challenge. Heed my Zoa. Before you stand enemies of Lord Ix. They have survived to win their citizenship, and now they dare to challenge me.
Wait, our citizenship test was fighting 3 large alien creatures with electric barriers? Still easier to get than the American citizenship. Is that really a sin on the game? Whatever.
Another shot at all the people who try to critique you, eh? And you people thought I was the first one to provide criticism. In any case, the Zoa are people of war. Their language is strength, so earning citizenship by fighting is understandable.
Will you join us against Ix?
We support you, but we cannot aid you. Not until it is clear that the tide will turn.
Well, the tide would turn a lot more fucking easily if you helped us.
The Zoa know nothing about the situation. They don't know if the other tribes will be by Ix's side and overwhelm them. And despite their warrior nature, they aren't willing to take that risk.
You're that thing I've seen running around. It had the same spiky hair as you.
You saw someone like me running around too?
Someone like you? No, it was you. I recognize that pointy head anywhere.
Clearly you wouldn't, considering that Sonic and Shadow's quills point in different directions.
Well, given how fast Sonic and Shadow are, and the Zoa describes them as running around like a shadow, it's a bit more understandable that they would be confused.
Apologies for the display. We are in a hurry to know what you found.
We have the Zoa secret weapon.
It is a gem, like our gem of power.
Yes! This is a Chaos Emerald! Ix stole these from our world, and he gave one to both you and the Zoa.
Then Lord Ix lied to us.
And everyone seems so surprised.
Why wouldn't they be? The Nrgal have lived peacefully for 4,000 years. They wouldn't think that Ix would lie to them.
Oh no, my friends. The Overmind must have moved the emerald already. That must be how they took control of my friends. We have to act fast. I'll scout around and see who else has been turned against me.
Be careful, Thebes.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to moving around here unseen.
Oops, I guess they accidentally forgot to add parentheses for Thebes' dialogue here.
Typos still aren't sins, at least in this context.
Ah, there you are. Thebes sent me here to help you. This machine generates the force wall that keeps the Overmind safe. You have to shut down this machine before you can face the Overmind. I'm not sure how it works, but maybe I can give you a hint or two.
How are you resisting the Overmind's control here?
Thebes took a passcode from Thelx's mind. That code seems to be protecting me from the Overmind's control.
Well, that makes sense. The Overmind would think that you're Thelx, but the Overmind also thinks that we're Thelx, so wouldn't it find it suspicious if it detects two separate Thelxes?
It would, which is why he said, or rather thought, that it won't last very long. They know the risks and need to work fast.
Is that? Yes. A Mark I Gazoid body shell. Ah, I remember. There used to be Gazoids all over the place. I even called one of them friend. Too bad, though. After we were stranded here, I couldn't find him. I guess he never made it through the wormhole.
A lost Gazoid? Could that have been Emerald?
Emerald? You know a Gazoid named Emerald. We never named them. I suppose if he was in your world and you met him, then it must be him. All others were accounted for. Such a sad story. He was our finest creation, but he had such a temper. Wait, I thought the fourth great civilization built the Gazoids.
They did. That's what he's saying, Knuckles.
Knuckles had no idea that the fourth great civilization was the Nocturnus clan. He was under the impression that they were just two separate clans.
Is this?
It is! It's Doomsday Zone from Sonic 3! Listen to how you massacred my boy!
Actually, it's Big Arm / Mechasonic / Giant Egg Robo's team, which is my boy. This is Doomsday Zone.
Wait, those are stairs? That looks like a fucking roof. Why would the wall have these isometric lines?
Look, I know Chronicles has shit graphics, but those are clearly stairs. I don't see how you see them as a roof.
Why does my pee-pee go down when we're underwater? You know, now that I've said it out loud, I get it.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
This is useless. There are no exits here.
But I remember it was here. It was right here.
They must have changed things around. They must have...
Knuckles! Where are we?
Shh, quiet. He hasn't noticed us yet.
What do you mean he hasn't noticed you yet? Who do you think teleported you in there, you dumbass?
That's literally what Ix is saying right now. You can't use what the game says as a sin.
Wait, that was it? I could have sworn that fight lasted way longer. That's the most pathetic final boss I've ever seen.
Oh, please, that's not pathetic. It's insulting!
What the fuck is this? I accidentally paused during writing the script and found this gem of a still. I'm begging someone make this their profile picture somewhere. This is official Sonic art from a published game.
I agree it's goofy, but it's just a tired shade. It's not exactly terrible.
Welcome back, team. You've been gone a long time. Might have been better if you hadn't returned, but I was
Wow! Do you believe that ending?
Seriously, it looks like we're done for.
At the hands of Eggman, no less. I can't believe he'd turn on us like that.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
My biggest concern is how we could have built up such an army so quickly. We weren't gone very long.
I didn't recognize the world when we got back. It looked as if we'd been gone for years.
I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of things if we manage to survive that crash.
Good point. I guess we'll have to wait for the next episode.
Okay, so not only breaking the fourth wall, but it's adorable that you thought you were getting a sequel.
I'll agree with the cliffhanger ending, but as somewhat contrived as the fourth wall break is, it's a unique and creative way to do the credits.
Then there's a design team, starting with Miles Holmes, the lead designer.
Hey, another Miles. I wonder if you two also share the same IQ.
I seriously doubt it. I'm a super genius, Sonic.
And so humble about it.
Hey, you'd brag too if you had his IQ. Super Genius is an accurate term given the amount of things he's built.
I noticed we look really sweet in this game.
Yeah, really sweet.
Not only do I agree, but you also got me to laugh, so have a sin off.
What about audio? Who did that?
Steve Sim, I hear. Get it? I hear? For the audio guy?
Did you just fucking do that stupid thing I do in calling out a pun?
Charriii sends something he likes and does cliche.
Dan Touch, for starters. He got the handheld grip started before moving on to another project called Dragon Age.
Hey Dragon Age fans, how does it feel that the game's first in-game mention was in the skippable credits of a Sonic game a year before Dragon Age Origins released?
I can't say as I'm not a Dragon Age fan, but I hardly call that a sin of Sonic Chronicles, or even Dragon Age for that matter.
Why are two of these text boxes the same, but one of them includes James and Katie Hayes? Did you accidentally forget them and added them later?
Maybe, but what's important is that they were credited at all.
We would also like to thank Nitrogen Studios Canada Incorporated for their most engaging cinematics.
Engaging cinematics? You mean the 2-second comic book animations? My end slate animations have more effort put into them, and I do those in a few hours!
Okay, I let you send every individual comic book animation before now, but since you're now sending all the comic book animations, which by the way includes the ones he's already covered, Charriii sends the same thing twice, cliche.
Also, guess what Sonic Chronicles, Thomas and Friends, and the movie Sausage Party have in common? Yeah, the movie where the hot dog wants to fuck a piece of bread. They had the same animators. I can't make this shit up if I tried.
Thanks for the not so fun fact, I guess. Could you please explain why that's something wrong with Sonic Chronicles? No? Okay.
And guess what? They apparently worked on God of War too, but went uncredited. And this rabbit hole is as fucking insane as this game, because although they went uncredited in God of War and credited in this game, I can't find them being credited for this game anywhere else. Sonic Chronicles isn't on their Wikipedia, their IMDb. I would check their own site if I could, but apparently it just doesn't exist anymore. Imagine going uncredited in a beloved PS2 classic, but Sonic Chronicles? Oh man, put my name on that.
You act like they didn't want to be credited in God of War. I'm sure they would have loved to be credited in God of War, which is what your sin is really for, rather than Sonic Chronicles. Look, I know he says it a lot, but in a game that doesn't autosave for some reason, saving is really important. Plus, he only says it at points where you would want to save. Hey everyone, Tony Sonic here. Thanks for watching the video, and as always, I hope you enjoyed it a lot. As you might have guessed by now, I really hate Sonic Chronicles. It's not broken or glitchy or anything like that, but it is such a slog to get through. Not to mention, even for the DS, no scratch that, for the DS, it looks abysmal. Well, and the story isn't very engaging either. In fact, I once considered giving this the Scott the Walls treatment during my playthrough, but then I remembered I had to make videos on it and begrudgingly put it back. But even so, until I get around to playing Paper Mario Sticker Star, this is the worst RPG I've ever played. Hands down. With that said, thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, comment what you thought, and consider subscribing. That way the channel can keep going. Also, a big shout out to our first ever Super Hog channel member. Thank you so much for contributing, and if you want to be shouted out in a video as well, consider becoming a Super Hog channel member as well. Now then, we finally get a breath of fresh air with one of the best Sonic games ever made, and the pioneer for a long-running formula. Although it wasn't really seen that way when it first came around. Whatever the case, see you next time.